they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Adams is out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. And for Chicago, MP out there with White. Then there's Dosunmu. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Buzelis in at the 4. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
MP looking around. Collins passes to MP. Back to Collins. Here's MP. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Van Vliet, right side. Over MP. Count that one from Van Vliet.
Great work by Van Vliet. So good at carving out space on the interior.
Pass to Buzelis. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Buzelis.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Here's Adams. Brooks outside. No good with the layup. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
Now here's Brooks. Following the miss by MP. The shot by Thompson, no good. Here's MP. And Thompson sends it back.
On the hunt to make a big defensive impact. Thompson denying that shot.
Offensive rebound. Adams dishes to Thompson. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Here's MP, and he drives in, and Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to
that ball away with some energy.
Boy, I like the fact that's intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be in their face all night long.
Now, here's MP. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42.
And the benefit to MP being able to make that shot is it often leaves the defense at his mercy.
Here's Green. For 3, Van Vliet bangs home the trifecta. Van Vliet's got 5.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
The 3 from MP. Drills the three-pointer.
Coming right back. MP with a huge 3.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. Trailing by 2. Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. Shoots from the high post. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
White, wide open. He fires. And the Bulls, another 3.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now here's Van Vliet. He had 15 points last outing. Adams with the screen on White. There's Green with the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. MP finds Dosunmu. MP outside. For 3. Another miss by MP. Rockets trail by 5. the high post. And P's there.
Jalen Green has some serious hop. Yes, he does.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
You got this, MP.
Here's Shepard. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. Shepard's got his first 2 points of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Tari Eason. Whitmore is out there with Shepard. Then it's Brooks. And it's Smith in at the 5 down low. Brooks misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And there's Buzelis on the assist by MP. And now that's 11 points for Buzelis. Shepard with the ball. Pass to Smith. Now Whitmore, just 5 on the clock. The rebound by Dosunmu.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's MP. It's MP muscling his way for 2.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Smith outside. To the inside. Here's Shepard. They get it back. It's good. Shepard's got 4 this quarter.
The feet are what made that play happen inside for Shepard.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. Not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good bets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Shot by Eason, no good.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
MP passes to Collins. Rebound by Smith. Rockets trail by 6. Here's Brooks. The shot that time, not on target. Chicago's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So Chicago going with an almost Chicago heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute.
Thanks for joining us. Neither team at full strength tonight as we review the injury status.
Dude, Vucevic isn't flashy, but he's productive. Scores, rebounds, set picks. It's a tough loss.
Yeah, having that hole in the middle in their lineup changes their game plan.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Chicago Bulls.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look. Not complicated at all.
I disagree. Patience and perspective is complicated. That's why many teams can't do it.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Matas Buzelis.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Dosumu is out there with Buzelis. Then it's MP. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Collins in at the center position. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Here's Van Vliet. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Van Vliet's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Rockets. Bulls leading by 5 to the left side wing. Here's MP. It's rebounded by Houston. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Now, here's MP. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. And there's the bucket from MP.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Van Vliet against MP. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Well, Chicago's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Thompson, and there's the lay-in.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
MP kicks to Collins. MP dishes to Collins. Elbow shot is on the way. MP, no good. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Pass to MP. Close in. No stopping MP.
Young fella does not let the contact distract or bother him. Business-like finish from MP.
Here's Van Vliet. Outside, Green. Back to Van Vliet. Jacks up a 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. MP lays it up off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the play...
Donovan decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. The 3 from MP. Bring it up for MP. A 3.
MP looking solid from there.
Rockets trail by 5. Taking a look at the Rockets. Smith is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Whitmore. And it's Landale in at the center, locking down the middle. And that one's good, Whitmore.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And here's MP for 3. Rebound by Smith. And for Houston, they're shooting about 42% so far. Holiday, the pass to Landale. Here's Whitmore. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. MP finds White. Here's MP shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Good work inside by MP there, challenging the defense and forcing the foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Williams. Green, he's checked in for Houston. And he's good on the second.
And that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a 2-possession game.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Good on the 13-footer.
You know, with his quickness, he's already good at creating separation for his shot. And we know he doesn't need much room to get his shot off either.
On the wing, Dosunmu. MP passes to Dosunmu. Good work defensively by Smith.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Buzelis' shot is good.
And at almost 7 feet, Buzelis is really tough to slow down. And when he's on, there's not much you can do.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bulls making a change here. Phillips has checked in. Houston with a big group substitution here. Adams, he's checked in for Jock Landale. Amen Thompson comes in for Jabari Smith. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Tari Eason. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Whitmore. And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him. Horton Tucker's checked in for the Bulls.
Coming up on the floor for your Bulls.
Here's Thompson. Thompson sets the pick for VanVleet. Offensive rebound. No good that time. Chicago leading by 5. MP passes to Horton Tucker. Dosunmu finds MP. Another 3 for Chicago.
MP doing a nice job with the quick catch and shoot, not wanting to waste those touches.
Here's Green. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to MP. It's stolen by Adams. VanVleet against MP. And the wide open shot from Green. Another miss by Houston.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Banked in off the glass. And now a 10-point Bulls lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him.
Thank you, David. Chicago leading by 10. Dosunmu finds MP. Book it! MP with a tough shot.
Soft floater. You see how MP has really improved his craft.
Houston now, time running out. Green taking his time here. Over White. Another miss by Houston.
Nothing seems to be going his way.
this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
MP, good work there as it goes. MP's got 31 points.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Chicago.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Van Vliet against MP. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
That's what I'm talking about. We're in the deep.
Get off his hands from the hook.